Bergie boy, you are the most two-faced person I ever seen in the around over here. You are. You're a real mental case, dude. You're a real mental case. You are. And Seasons, you're a gutless. You're a gutless mental case too. Berg's threatened to kill you and your family and your kids, and you bring them around over there. What a gutless duel you make. It'll happen again. Just give it time, Seasons. Bergs is just trying to. Once he gets in again, it's going to happen all over again, just like Noodles. You're hanging around with a bad crowd, and yes, indeed. Why? Because I don't feel sorry for you, Seasons. I don't feel sorry for you about the Noodles thing. That I'm a bad person because I disagree. You knew everything. You caused all this. You're the one that keeps breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, and playing your childish games. And you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem, and you're trying to act like you're innocent out of everything. It's over. Bulldoze, my friend. It's over. I'm going to convince them to keep away from you. In fact, I'm the one that I told him the same spew I told you. Leave it alone. Get rid of her. It's over. Your life is going on like this. I convinced Noodles to go away and find somebody else. Notice it happened right when I started talking to Noodles, all this stuff, where he really found somebody. I said, Dave, it doesn't work. It's nobody's fault. Leave it alone. He took my advice that you wouldn't take. He took the advice that you wouldn't take. You understand? I told you both. This doesn't work. End it. Get away from each other. Well, he listened. I caused this to happen, Seasons. I caused all this to happen. I had a long conversation with Noodles about, look, you got to find somebody else. It's not working. The truth. The truth. It's not working. You have to find somebody else. The girl just sits around and drinks. She's running around looking for other guys, other workers, trying to play and manipulate you. Find somebody else. I told him. I said, what are you doing? You got to get away from this person. This person's toxic. It's a toxic relationship, and it is. Oda, my favorite lovely woman. Hi, Oda. I just woke up, Oda. I slept. Actually, I slept early. I went to bed. I slept, and I just got up. It's 2 o'clock in the friggin' morning. And I woke up and I go over there and fucking Bergs is now brown nosing Seasons, trying to get in their pants. And Seasons welcomes anybody with open arms like that. You know what I mean? He threatened to kill her family, threatened this, threatened that, and he'll do it again. But yet there he is, right over there again. See, it shows you the weakness of a Seasons, how weak and gullible she is. I told Noodles, you gotta this relationship. I said, look, nobody's fault. You gotta get away. It's toxic. You're not getting any younger. Do you want to be like Seasons? I told him. Do you want to be like Seasons, sit around for the next 5 years with no life? She's not weak. Are you out of your fucking mind? Seasons isn't weak. It took Noodles to get rid of her. Noodles got rid of her. He didn't get rid of. She didn't get rid of him. I convinced Noodles to leave her to get rid of her. I'm the one that did it. Notice it happened right when I started talking to Noodles. I convinced Noodles this is a bad move. Get rid of her and find somebody else, or don't even find anybody else. You got to get rid of her. What does she have to offer you? I mean, it's nobody's fault, but I mean, all she does is sit around and drink and smoke dope and cheat on you. Find somebody else. Yeah, but this time I think he listened to me. Noodles will listen to me. I come up with logical, true. Oda, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's it. Now, if this relationship don't work out, he might get back with her temporarily until he finds somebody else because he's a weak person too. He has to have some woman there all the time by his side. But he might get back with her temporarily, but there'll be another woman. It'll happen again until finally the match made in heaven takes place, you know? I'm not blaming her. I'm blaming her because she kept going and forth, back and forth, back and forth. When she knew his intentions was to find somebody else. Don't act like you're, the point is, don't act like you're a victim, Seasons. You're not a victim. That's the point I'm trying to make. You're not a victim. You knew everything. So did he. He's the one that wants to get away from her. She don't want to get away from him. He's the one trying to get away. And she's still talking about it in public. Who cares? It's over. Nobody cares and wants to hear about it, you know? Settle your own problems behind the scenes. So she brings Burps up. Burps is a son of a bitch. He's a motherfucker, Oda. You know Bergs is a motherfucker. She's not a victim, but he's pretty hurtful. But he was in her chat tonight saying how stupid he was. How stupid who was? I don't understand. All I know is my name keeps getting brought up. If my name gets brought up, I have a reason to say something back. She doesn't want to hear the truth. She don't want to hear the truth from me. She's not a nice person. Very, very, very mean spirited person. Seasons is very mean spirited. Who's he was in her chat tonight. Seasons is nothing more than a little thing to play with. Like a cat plays with a little spool. Noodles plays with her like a little bottle, a little thing of yarn, like. But Bergs puts himself in everything he shouldn't be. He's like a real old woman. Bergs, you're 50 something years old living at home. Wipe your dad's ass. Take care of your dad and mom. Wipe their asses. Don't worry about what goes on here, you weirdo. You are a weirdo, dude. I block Bergs everywhere I can block him at. It's like he can't get through to me. See, Noodles, she allows Noodles up there after all this. See how I mean how the weakness is? See the weakness? They both belong in Ancora. She hard blocked him. Noodles got dumped already from the other girl. He got dumped already. Noodles got dumped already from the other girl. The other girl dumped his ass. Seasons, you're gonna have to take him back. Seasons, you and Noodles. That's all either you can get. That's it. It's you and Noodles. I mean, that's it. That is your only ticket, Seasons, is Noodles. You can never get anybody else. Only noodles or Bergs. Rumor has it Seasons wants Bergs now to have sex with him. Okay, who are you? Imagine that. Telling me I can't go up on her panel. What the hell did I do? But she lets Bergs up there? She'll let Bergs up there to threaten to kill her and her family, but she won't let me up on panel. For what? What the hell did I do? I didn't do nothing to that fucking girl. Except try to help her. You're a weirdo, Seasons. You know that? I told Dave, stop it, Dave. Don't go anything. This isn't working. Get out of it. It's over with. It's over with. See, I love Oda, Ronnie, and I just wanted to come up here to say my words about what's going on because Seasons is actually she's in denial. She's in denial. But I am the one that talked Noodles into getting rid of Seasons. I said it just isn't working out. You gotta break it off. I told him that. I said in New York. I said it's over. It's over. You could do better. I mean, do you want an instant family? Get rid of it. Move on. It doesn't work. It's not working. Nothing's going to change. You don't change. It's what it is. It is what it is. Don't you understand? It is what it is. There's no working or getting better or changing. It is what it is. And she doesn't have the personality that you're looking for. You got to find somebody else. And I said to him, we'll go out and find somebody else if you want. But then he already met somebody else. I'm going to have another long conversation about it. But one thing's for sure, he got some nookie from somebody else. Seasons, you're going to get sloppy seconds if he comes back. Remember that. You'll always be second. You're always going to be second because he might have got dumped already. I think Noodles might have got dumped already, and you're going to be the sloppy second. Seasons. Remember that. Every time you put that mouth on top of him, remember another YouTuber was somebody YouTuber's pussy was already on that dick. So every time you think about it, because you're never going to really blow him, you're never even going to meet him. It'll be another 3 years. What kind of relationship? It's not a relationship. It's some twisted, weird shit. See, Oda and I, we never fight like, you know what I mean? Oda and I, we never fight like talking all the time. I don't fight like they do, you know? And that's all you do is talk. I mean, basically you're doing more just as much what I'm doing, just talking on the texting people. You're no more than a distant friend, you know. These are friends. Phone bone, ew. Can you imagine phone bone in Seasons? Ew, gross. Very gross. But I made the game. What you thought was a game is real life. Seasons. Noodles went and slept with somebody else. He's messing around with other women. It's a real life game. Seasons. I love it. I love it. I love him doing that. And you crying about it up there on the thing. It was so. It gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling over there. You and that MJ, and MJ kisses his ass all the time too. It gave me a warm, fuzzy feeling to know that that happened. I'm glad. I'm glad he left and found somebody else. It's what makes it, why. If you're not happy in a relationship, you gotta leave. I tell you the cold truth. See, I'm not going to be the ones that pamper you and say, "Oh, it's okay, it's all right, it wasn't your fault." I'm not going to be that. I'm going to tell the truth. It's all basically your fault for letting it happen, for letting it get this far, for not having the guts to put your foot down and be the first one to realize this. The guts, and that's all I got to say. Saying that, we will continue this on my normal schedule. I'm going back to bed too. I'll text you.